were. I'd like to thank Rotary for having me here and ask my dad to come and talk on his behalf. My dad started this over 30 years ago, as Arlene said. In 1981, he had open heart surgery, and they told him it didn't take, he had 6 months to live. So my mom was curling in St. Albert, and he bought a trailer. Long before she came home, he said, "We're leaving tomorrow. You always wanted to travel into Mexico or whatever. We're going." So I called them my gypsies' parents. They got there, and they brought over 2,000 pounds of clothes, and they ended up making little gift boxes for the kids. It started out with about maybe 40 kids in around Guaymas, San Carlos. Last we went up into the hills, into the Yaqui Indians. We bring over 600 boxes of shoe boxes where my dad does it kind of on his own, and some of the schools help us out. School supply, we all make sure that the kids have a toy, the boys have baseball or marbles or something that they really enjoy playing. He pays all his expenses, all his hotels, everything that he does, he pays it out of his heart. And every year he gets, when we come back to Mexico, he ends up in the hospital, and then I just say, "Mexico," and he's better. We are now, when I first started with my dad 5 years ago, 6 years ago, in a lot of the missions we give to everybody. We don't care what their religion, denominations are. We give to one, we give to all. When I started, there was about 100 kids in each of the places we went. Last year in Santa Clara, there was over 200 kids. In the Yaqui, up in the hills, there were over 300. And in San Jose, there are over 200 boxes. Needless to say, we ran out of gifts. We also collect donations for the different places where we go, and we give the money directly to the schools where the kids can get their education paid for. Last year, we had enough money to sponsor 6 kids so that they can continue their education, and every year they're going. And one of the person is an architectural engineer. He's going his last year, so we'll have money this year, hopefully, to finish him off. One was a dentist, one person was a social worker, and one was just an electronical engineer. We're trying to get, what we're going to try and do this year, if we can get enough money in, we want to start with the kids, or not the kids, but the girls will start going to school. There, the girls are still behind that. By the time they're 17, they don't go to school. Grade 9, they stay home and look after mom and pa and maybe the babies, or they get married quite young, and that's their life, just a cleaning. So my dad is very well. We go every which way. Every year we find a new place to go, to where we find where they need help. We found this one family out in the desert. They got kicked off the land 3 times within 24 hours. The government will come in and say, we need the land, take what you can, find another place to squat. The little boy who I became well known to, and he kind of holds a place in my heart, is just sweet. And when we left here a year ago, he gave my dad a letter. And out of his family, he's the only one that's learning English from school. And he said, "My name is Jasweet. I have a younger sister. Her name is Isabella. I wish you lots of happiness. I wish you good luck. Thank you for your attention. I am very grateful to you with the best wishes from Jasweet." And he named his cousin, and he said, "Thank you, my friends. See you later." And that was from a little boy who has nothing. And we bring him the gifts every year. But we find different people. And I guess we're finding it harder and harder to try and get, because of the cost of the gas, cost of everything that we're paying, and trying to keep some of these kids in school and to help them out. And if you can find in your hearts to give us a little bit of donations to help them out, it's really great. My dad, we do not save anything for ourselves. 100% of whatever we get goes directly to the places we want to go, and we make sure it goes to the school. We found an orphanage 2 years ago. They ended up having 33, 34 kids. They have nothing. So we bring food for them. Dad spent about $500 on his own just to bring food for the orphanage so that they would have enough to carry them through part of the year. What I enjoy seeing these kids, and they're not like our kids back here at home, we give them the gifts and they're very appreciative. They do not push. When it comes, they know we can only take so much. And they start with the youngest to the oldest. And some of them kids that come around from areas, they'll start walking if they hear we come. We don't know how they know, but somehow they find we come. They will walk. You get a 5-year-old that walks 5 miles, 6 miles. They start early in the morning, and by the time we get to where we're going to stay, they're just coming in to the point park where we're going to stay. If we run out of boxes or we run out of whatever we give them, candies or whatever, they turn around and walk back home. If we don't have enough, you never hear them grudge, you never hear them complain. We do it from our heart, my dad does it from our heart, but it would be nice to know that we can give more money to the people who, for their education. The seniors have nothing in their home. In the film I'll show you, we had chicken moolah, and that is chicken, whipped up chicken in chocolate. And that's what the seniors got to eat. And we ate it, but it wasn't very good. So the seniors have nothing. They have no, they just have a chair, a small, like a cafeteria table. And after they eat, they just sit around. So we try to get stuff for the seniors there too. Government does not look after the seniors. They won't give them any money or anything. And when the hurricane came here 3 years ago, the seniors were actually, 2 of them are blind and somebody's in a wheelchair. They had to climb a roof to get them top so that they could survive and keep our health out. It is a very poor community around Mexico. One place we wanted to go last year, we couldn't go because of the drug lords up there. We were told not to go up, so I said to Dad, this year we won't go up. We found somebody who works with the Yaqui Indians and some of the drug people, so this year he'll come up with us so that if there's problems, he'll hopefully be able to help us. Other than that, there's not too much. It's just something we have, and you have to be there to see the kids and to give them an education, and they are very appreciative of what we do. And I don't know, Arlene,
So how you got involved was that, you maybe mentioned that about your mom passing. It turned out it was not Dad, but Mom that passed away.
Yeah, my mom passed away.
Glenn went for a few years and then you...
Yeah. My mom was the one that was a healthy voice in the family. Never had a cold, never had anything with her. And her blood pressure was always good, and the doctors would always tell her, oh, you're going to live to be 102, like your mother. In 1992, I made her go to the doctors. She wasn't feeling well, and I said, Mom, go. That's what our health care pays for. Here we found out she was in full advance of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She let the doctors do experiments on her, so she had an extra year. They weren't good years, but they lived. So in 94, she died with cancer. My dad kept on going, and I gave my dad 6 months to live because they were 2 peas in a pod. They did everything together and everything. And Dad was in intensive care, and I said, Dad, Mom would not want you to give up, and you promised Mom you would do this. I said that. He got out of intensive care. The doctors were quite surprised. And when my mom died, I knew my dad could handle it for a while, but then he wouldn't be able to handle it because of his health. So I end up doing the driving. It takes us 5 days there, 5 days back. We don't stop for lunch. We just kind of make sandwiches, have the water. We stop for gas, and then we take off. We stop by 5 o'clock. So, and the kids know when we're coming. And so this is what we do. We give the clothes. We give donations to the people. We give the food for the elders, and it's just getting more and more and more. A year before that, I bought a horse trailer down packed with everything, and but what is nice to see, and I know around the world there's a lot of kids or a lot of need a lot of help, but in some of these places, I don't know if they even get help from the outside world. but when we do get the help, they're very much appreciated. In fact, a lot of them have learned how to say thank you in English, and and some of them we brought Canada pins where they know they come, we wear the Canada pins. They don't have homes like we have homes. They eat their refried beans or just plain rice or whatever day in from day out. But the places that they do house have, even if they're little cardboard boxes, they're kept immaculate. The kids do not wear the good clothes unless it's a special occasion. When we come down, it's a special occasion, and you can see them wearing the clothes. I see clothes that we brought down, I go, hey, I remember looking at that to make sure they have no holes. But they keep them so clean, and they're very appreciative of everything. So I guess that if you have any questions after, you can ask me, because I am not a speaker, so I'm not too sure what to go. Thank you.